The following recording is for entertainment purposes only. Any names used in the recording or any events that possibly could be related to new events in the real world are coincidental. This is a work of fiction, an improv story told by Joshua Sachs and narrated by Joshua Sachs. Part 2. It's July 10th, I believe. This is my second recording, and it was a long day. I don't know if you've ever had to curl up and try and sleep on the floor in a bathroom, but it is a humbling experience. And I'm not talking about a bathroom like at your house. I mean a public restroom used by guys. And let's face it, guys are gross. We all are. Messes everywhere. It was not pleasant. So, needless to say, it was a long night. Followed by a long day. I got up and I knew what I had to get done. I knew that there were these psychos on the property here. And I'm still at my job, still at the steel distribution plant. And I made it safe for now. The fences aren't huge, but it'll take more than a few to knock them down, and I'm walking them constantly while doing things throughout the day. But it's quiet for now. I think they're drawn to more people, kind of like moths to a light, and it's just me here. There was 3 of them that had gotten in. I didn't know any of them. One of which was a police officer, and I had to put him down. I couldn't lock him somewhere and keep him safe, and I know there's nothing I can do to help him. So I did what I had to. Got a second pistol, which is good. I used all the ammo in mind, taking them down. If you don't get a clean headshot, they just keep coming. It's like they don't feel pain. At least not like we do. It's crazy, the wounds that they will keep moving as if they weren't there. One of them was missing most of his leg and was barely even hobbling. But I don't want to talk about that. So, I have the police officer's light now. I've got his radio, though there's no chatter on it. And I have his pistol with 1 mag left. Looks like 15 shots. Don't know what series, but it's a Glock. So, 40 cal. Probably standard issue. His name was Officer Davis, and in his wallet he had a picture of himself and a woman I could only imagine was his wife and 2 kids. I can only pray that she and her kids made it out safely. I can't say I want to run into her and have to tell her what I had to do to her husband, even though he wasn't him anymore. I'm doing this all wrong. Let me try again. In the morning, I got up. I went through the lockers here at my work, the ones that didn't have bolts or locks on them. I didn't have any tools with me at the time, and I got what I could. I layered up clothing on my arms and my legs, hoping for a little bit more protection. There was a large wrench in someone's locker, no picture, but that was good. That was useful. And I walked out into the morning sunlight. I'm just lucky that it's July and the sun comes up early. I didn't have to wait too long. I don't think I can go back and stay in the bathroom tonight. I made safe an office here at work, and I think I'll go ahead and set up my new camp there. No windows, one door, heavy, probably oak, barricade it from the inside when I try to rest. So as I came out this morning, and I did what I had to with the 3 afflicted, the 3 psychos there, I put their bodies into the dumpster out back with the forklift. It's no proper burial for them, but I can't. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Hey, I think there's some here. I hear something. What's that sound? Is that metal bending? Hold on. Let me have a look. Sorry about that. It appears one of them got in. It had pushed a fence partially down. I was lucky I even heard it. I was making so much noise in here thinking I'd be safe. I gotta be quieter. I gotta be smarter about this. But so after I disposed of their remains best way I could, I then went around the facility and I barricaded up the gates. There was a pair of old 1-ton pickup flatbeds out back that we used to use for going around and doing picnics or for barbecues or taking local deliveries of small amounts of material. So at least I'll have a new ride. The Scion got beat up pretty good on the way here, and I don't want to try and be in that. A couple of them could flip it easy, but big diesel truck like one of those, and I think I'll be safe. Well, safe as I can be. Anyways, so after I did that, I took stock of my supplies. I've got the 1 pistol, the Glock 40 cal with 15 rounds, flashlight. I've got a handful of already thawed out microwave burritos. I don't have power. Have you ever tried to cook a microwave burrito with an acetylene torch? Because it tastes awful. But I have to eat the fresh stuff first. There's tons of bags of chips and candies and soda pops. I've got about 10 bottles of water. And so at least I can keep my food intake in. I'm going to have to go for supplies soon and start hoarding. But I don't think it's safe out there. I know there's a gun store about a mile or 2 up the freeway from my job. I think I can get there tomorrow. I think I'll just drive one of the pickups up there and see if there's anything left, and then I have to go for food. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how well I can do, and if this is my last recording to you, whoever you are, whoever's listening to this, I hope there's someone is out there to listen to this. And hopefully, I won't be forgotten. But, no, too short. I have to keep going. So after I stockpiled my food and my supplies, a survivor came in. His name was Mark. And I tried to get him to stay. He was walking up the railroad tracks behind the work, and I saw him. I called out to him, hoping that he was unaffected, and he came over. He was real nice, real small guy. I think he might have been homeless. We're all homeless now. And he came in. I gave him water and food, though I can't really spare it, but it was the right thing to do. I gave him some water and food, and he said he had to keep moving, that it wasn't safe to stay in one place. He had this haunted look in his eyes, as if this was the breaking point, and he wasn't really there. And that's when I saw the bite. He was trying to hide it. It was high up on his forearm, but it was clear as day there. You could see the blood trickling down. Something had taken a chunk out of him. And that's when I told him he had to go. And that was hard. It was really hard. He tried to beg. He tried to tell me, but I knew that once they get body fluid into you, saliva, blood, whatever, they get it on you, you're done. If it's in you, you got it. And I knew that he would get sick soon, and then he would turn and become one of these psychos. So I told him to leave. I had to pull the gun on him. I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to shoot him, but I knew that if I had to, I would have to. I have to be smart. I have to, if I take people in, I have to be safe. I want to take people in. The more people I can keep safe, the better. This place is big. I can't protect it all by myself. I've already started sectioning it off with large plates and beams using the forklifts. I can't get the diesel pumps to work. You need power for them, but the propane tanks are all pressurized, so you can just fill those up right off from there, which is good. I wish I knew how to weld. I tried getting one of the welding units to work and dang near electrocuted myself. I had this great idea of welding bars and whatever over the front of the trucks, make it so they can't get in, but nothing would work. So I did what people would kindly call rednecking it. I've always loved that saying. And took a power drill to the sheet metal on the trucks and zip tied a whole bunch of this corrugated material called mesh at my work. It's pretty. If you've ever seen a chain link fence, it's that, just smaller and tighter, usually made out of one piece, and managed to at least cover the windows. Can't get in too well. You have to kind of jimmy your way through, but with zip ties and a little bit of luck, I should be able to stop them from breaking out the windows on the trucks if I get stuck in a crowd of them. You can thank all the books and the movies on zombies for that one, but that's where the similarities end. God, it's crazy how the day seemed to sort of drag on without the conveniences of modern technology, without power. How many hundreds of hours did I waste away on movies and books and television and social media, and all of that is useless now. it's all gone, and it makes the days seem like they take forever. But that's good. The longer I can have time, the longer I'm alive, the more I can focus. So I know my supplies aren't going to last forever. I'm going to try and get some more tomorrow. But God, this is hard. My wife, she would do this. She would have done this so much better than me. She was the talker. She was always the one that had the right things to say. I always end up putting my foot in my mouth. Always end up tripping over my words, getting lost on tangents. Oh shoot, I'm doing it now. I'm supposed to be telling you what I did today. I sectioned off half the facility using stacks of materials. Nothing's getting through there. You couldn't get through there with a bulldozer. And I'm starting to reinforce the fences. But I'm not going to make this place a permanent home. You can't. It's covered in asphalt. There's nowhere for, if I even knew how, to grow crops. The food supply is low. So I think in the next, I'm going to give it a day or two. And if more of those things show up, I'm going to get out. I'm going to keep the truck packed up and ready to go. Backed right up to the door, so I can just hop in it and go. But I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to settle down. I'm going to try and get as many survivors as I can. We all can't all be gone. So I don't know what else much to say. Today was uneventful. It took hours to set up my little barricades that I did, but I'm pretty proud of them. Nothing's getting through them. And it's starting to get dark. And I've never liked the dark, and without power, the only light I've got is a little flashlight, and I don't know how long the battery will last on that. I'm trying to conserve it. Sleep at night, stay during the day. That's what we have to do to stay alive. Hopefully, as these go on, I'll get better at them, and I'll be able to make them make more sense. But that's it. That's all I've got to say. That's all I can think of. So I guess this will be goodbye for now. And signing off. What a terrible ending. Hate endings. This is Joshua Sachs. And I am still alive. And just remember, if the world's gone to hell, make sure you survive. Make sure you protect the things you love. And make sure you stay alive.